Nuclear physics, philosophically explained, where atoms meet meaning, the Stoic lens on splitting the universe. Nuclear physics explains how the tiniest particles in the universe behave. Philosophy asks why it matters. But what happens when we combine both? We don't just understand the atom, we understand ourselves. From the core of the atom to the core of the soul, this is nuclear physics, seen through the eyes of ancient wisdom. Nuclear physics studies the nucleus, the dense heart of every atom. Inside that tiny center are protons and neutrons, held together by a powerful force. We're talking about a space so small, yet so powerful, it fuels stars, bombs, and even medical technology. Let's go deeper. You see, nuclear physics isn't just about particles, it's about potential. Every atom, every proton and neutron, is a balance of incredible forces waiting, held in tension until something, an outside influence, tips it into transformation. In Stoic philosophy, that tipping point is fate. The Stoics believe that while we cannot control external events, we can control our inner responses. Similarly, in nuclear physics, we cannot always predict when a nucleus will decay, but we know it will. It's inevitable. It's nature unfolding. Think of radioactive decay as the Stoic version of impermanence. Everything breaks down, even the atom, even us. But breakdown, paradoxically, is not destruction. It's transformation. A nuclear chain reaction begins with one event. A neutron hits a nucleus, which splits, releasing more neutrons, which hit more nuclei. And suddenly the world changes. So too, our choices can set off emotional or intellectual chain reactions in ourselves and others. A single thought, a decision made in anger or wisdom, can ripple out like a neutron in a reactor. The Stoics remind us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. This is the conscious trigger, the internal neutron that decides whether we detonate or illuminate. There are two main reactions in nuclear physics, fission and fusion. Fission splits. It's powerful, but often messy and destructive. Fusion, on the other hand, unites. It's clean, almost divine. It powers the stars. Now ask yourself, in your life, are your choices fission or fusion? Do you divide others to gain energy? Or do you unite to create light? The Stoics encouraged inner fusion, the alignment of reason, emotion, and action. A unification of thought and virtue. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Marcus Aurelius. That's fusion. That's what we aim for. And here's the beautiful paradox. In quantum mechanics, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle teaches us that we cannot know everything. The more precisely we know a particle's position, the less we know its momentum. And vice versa. The Stoics, 2,000 years ago, embraced this too, not through formulas but through life. They said, don't seek to control what you cannot. Master only yourself. The world is uncertain. So is the atom. So is the future. And yet we live, we learn, and we let go gracefully. So what does nuclear physics teach us, really? That even the smallest particles of matter, those that make us who we are governed by balance, tension, energy, and decay. Just like our thoughts, our emotions, our lives. Philosophy gives those patterns meaning. Science gives them language. Together, they give us wisdom. So the next time you hear the word nuclear, don't just think of bombs or energy plants. Think of potential, of the invisible power that holds the universe together, and the courage it takes to understand it. If this video lit a spark in your mind, share it with someone who loves wisdom. Backhand index pointing right, like if it expanded your perspective. Bell subscribe to Stoic Spark for more deep dives where philosophy meets science, heart meets mind, and ancient truth meets modern life. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and let your spark illuminate the world. High voltage. And remember, even stars are born from fusion. Very interesting. Because nuclear physics isn't just about what lies at the heart of atoms. It's about what lies at the heart of being. The nucleus, hidden deep inside every atom, is like our inner self. Mostly untouched, deeply powerful, and when disturbed, capable of massive transformation. The Stoics might call it the inner citadel, that unshakable core of calm and reason, buried deep within each of us. But even the strongest nucleus can be split. Even the wisest mind can break. The question is, what happens next? When nuclear energy is contained, it lights cities. When it's unleashed recklessly, it destroys them. The Stoics taught the same about emotion. Anger, like nuclear fission, is explosive. But anger guided by reason? That becomes courage. Passion, like a neutron, travels fast, but without direction it scatters. When guided by clarity, it becomes purpose. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus, you are the reactor. Your mind is the core. Your reason is the control rod. Use it well. Now enter quantum entanglement, where two particles, even when separated by light years, remain mysteriously connected. It sounds like science fiction, but the Stoics believed something similar. Sympathia, the idea that all things in the universe are interconnected. Your thoughts affect others. Your actions ripple out. What injures the hive injures the bee. Marcus Aurelius. In a nuclear equation, the tiniest imbalance can change the outcome. So it is with life. You matter more than you think. Your presence, your choices, your energy, it all connects. In physics, every radioactive material has a half-life, a measure of how long it takes to lose half its potency. People do too, not physically, but energetically, emotionally, spiritually. What we leave behind isn't measured in years, but in impact. What you teach, how you love, what you stand for. These are your isotopes, your radiation, your legacy. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. We all decay, but in the decay there's release. There's transformation. There's meaning. In quantum physics, the observer effect reveals that just watching something changes it. Awareness shapes outcome. The Stoics practice this daily through self-reflection. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Is this thought helping or harming me? Am I observing or reacting? Every time you step back and witness your inner world, you alter it. For the better. Self-observation is your shield, your compass, your energy stabilizer. Remember, fusion creates more energy than fission, with less destruction. Fusion is harmony, unity, integration. This is the Stoic ideal, a mind that brings together logic, emotion, and purpose into a cohesive inner system, radiating calm. Instead of burning out, you burn bright. You shine. Your life becomes a source, not a sink. And that's what makes you powerful, not in dominance, but in discipline. Ancient philosophers like Democritus believed everything was made of atoms and the void. Empty space, silence, nothingness. And yet, from that void comes everything. Stoics taught that silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. When we detach from noise, from unnecessary wants, ego, chaos, we tap into something deeper. We become like the atom, structured, balanced, and still. Radiation is invisible, powerful, and potentially harmful. So our emotions we don't process. Jealousy, guilt, fear. Left unchecked, they leak into our lives. The Stoics didn't suppress emotion, they understood it. Like physicists handling uranium, they wore shields, not to fear the substance, but to interact wisely. Your shield? Awareness, discipline, compassion. Don't block your feelings, but contain them. Use them. Transmute them into strength. A fuel, your thoughts. A rods, your values. Coolant, your breath. Control system, your reason. When the fuel is clean and the system is sound, you generate stable power. When left unchecked, you melt down. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. This is energy management, life management, wisdom at its most atomic level. So what have we learned? That at the smallest scales of existence, there are patterns of tension, harmony, and transformation. Nuclear physics uncovers the hidden laws of matter. Stoic philosophy uncovers the hidden laws of being. Together, they don't just explain the universe. They remind you of your power within it. You are not powerless. You are not random. You are a core of energy, intention, and reason, waiting to radiate purpose into the world. If this message sparked something deep in you, give it a like. Subscribe to Stoic Spark for more soul-level wisdom, where ancient minds meet modern questions. And drop a comment. What force moves you? Until next time, stay curious, stay centered, and never forget, your wisdom is nuclear.